Welcome to this game of Mechabellum. As you can see here, I'm fighting against name I can't pronounce, and I have Marksman, Quick Supply, Sabertooth, and Aero Specialists. And looking at here, there is no good one for going Sabertooth on the front line, but I will grab the Sabertooth spec with arc lights and sledges. I was still wanting to try the Shockwave. I am yet to get a good game with Shockwave. And my opponent, quite a few good options. This elite is just inverted. If it was crawlers here instead of hounds, it would be amazing. You could instantly get 2 level 2 hounds on the first round. But he will go for giant spec. With sabers and arc lights. I will consider going aggro with this, but I will think back and better not. It's not an ideal starting comp for going aggro. So I will just defend this side, since looking at his build I think maybe he's going to go aggro with Sabertooths. So I will defend this side because if he was going to go aggro, he would attack this side, not the one with the magnetic bar gate. So my defense will be mounted in here, which will leave this side vulnerable, but his army is a bit slow. The crawlers, but they are far back, so they won't hit here very soon. And I end up grabbing Fangs. So the Fangs can protect and delay his attack on this tower. They will also protect my backline against spells and flanks. You see here, my tower insta-locked on his saber, which is very bad for him. Saber is dead already. And the tower killed both of the units. As you can see on this side, the Fangs did their job, killed almost all the crawlers. Try to speed this. Unfortunately, my army is dividing itself, getting really slowed by the barricade. And now I will waste all the debuff and arrive here. The buff is over already. And they will manage to kill everything I have left. I have no big DPS unit. Kill a saber easily, and the saber is almost level 2. Here we had a few good ones in haste module, it's a good item, but extended range fortress, and since I am on a standard build, extended range fortress is really good. 20 extra range and only losing 30% HP, which is not that important when you are going for an range build. We are both ranged since he's not going aggro too, so can make full use of the range, even if the decreased HP would be better without it, but you can take it. And in the end, we are both going to choose it. You can probably guess because of the temp. It's going to be a fort fight. And we took quite some time to choose, he even chose it before me. I waited quite long thinking between haste module and extended range fortress. I really wanted them to buff this card, mass produced sandworm. Nerf this to actually buff this to 20% HP and damage, and it would be a good card. 30 is just too much for just 100 cost reduction on a 400 cost card. I don't have enough money to buy a fort right now. My opponent could, he's giant spec, but I can't yet, so we'll just get crawlers and another arc light. Used to be putting the crawlers behind the Fangs, in here, and one in the middle. This one, you can see, it will divide itself. And even spread out the Fangs while walking through them. You can see here they are very in line. They spread out more. Once again, tower helped, but not that much, because this time it couldn't insta-lock on the sabers, so my sledges had to kill it. And my opponent grabbed Stormcallers, which are great on long-ranged fight. Especially when I have a lot of slow units. I have to speed this. Once again, even less is alive this time to deal with what's left on the other side. The Sabertooth that got his level. And my army divided. If all had come to here, maybe I could have won here. Probably not because of the debuff. If more had went to the top, I could have won. But I will not, because he will hit me before I get the tower. He won. Get a tower, but only one sledge left. Wouldn't be able to win, but the time was over anyway. Here we have some good items, but I wanted the money. I want to grab Fortress. Even if there are some good items in here. And spells. Portable Shield is great. Improved Firepower is also great. Subsided Marksman is not bad if you're going to invest on them, especially with Assault Marksman build. But here you can see I sold my Sabertooth that I got from the Hound tree, from Sabertooth's pack, and grabbed a Fortress. But my opponent will do the same and grab a Fortress too, and even more Stormcallers. I will put a Crawler in front and beacon it to distract the storms, which is good because now he has 3 storms. And its speed, let's slow it down. This side, and see things are going a little better this time. Even if the Arclight is stuck on the Sabertooth, but the Sabertooth's dying. Fangs are doing the heavy lifting. And Hero Fangs managed to kill the Sabertooth before dying. I won the Fortress fight in here, but he still has a lot of storms. My forts won't be able to deal with all of them. Here, new deployment, and I was looking for money. I don't want any of those units. And Scorpion is the best one for money. I will grab it and sell, and my opponent will do the same. And I will grab more fortresses, and I think I will range them. My Crawler, it's very necessary when my opponent has 3 storms in here. Actually ranged the Arclight. And grabbed 1 Mustang. I was fearing that he would go for some Wasps. Even if I have some kind of late things that can deal with Wasps. But I wanted more safety. And Mustangs in a way are shaft too, only a bit more expensive. My opponent will also range his Arclights. They're very similar in that way. We both have 4 Arclights and 2 Fortress. But I will also get range on my Fortress. He won't get on his Fortress. So I have the range advantage. Here I was just waiting for my opponent to finish his. I was already done. He got his level with the Sabertooth. And grabbed the Fangs on this side. Defend against A2. You can see my range working. I'm sniping his fortresses. The storms on this side are already dead. And even if he managed to kill this fortress, I still have 1 left and he only has 4 storms. So, victory for me this time, finally. Here, steel ball production is just too good to pass. My opponent will go for the same. You notice that I'm putting the balls on this side because this was the fortress that was living longer than the one on the right side. But I got the level on the right side because he's dealing with the opponent fortresses. So more levels equals more damage. So we can kill them faster. You see my opponent also went for the steel ball production and is also grabbing more fortresses and selling his saber-tooth. I will go for a wasp play, seeing my opponent was very weak against air on this side. This side he has just one fang too. And I will move it from the side to go for his tower. Cheesy play, but grab it, a fang in here right in time. So it would be better for me to go on the other side. On the other side I could have grabbed his tower since his fangs are more to the middle. But with the fangs here, they will deal with my wasps. Unfortunately, my play was completely dealt with. And now he also has range on his fortresses. And I forgot to, I had to beacon the wasps in here. So I have less distractions for the storms. My wasps got killed by the fangs, and that's really bad for me. He has more fortresses and they target, he also got range, enhanced range on the tower, so his fortress has more range than mine. And as I say, it went really bad for me. You can see I took a lot of damage with this. All because my play didn't work. If it had worked, I would have probably won the fight. And you can see that things are not going well now for me. But looking at here, 3 void eyes. You see me grabbing the void eyes. They can be good distraction, and I have electromagnetic armor on them, which can be really good against his fortresses. So instead of grabbing something to sell, I will just grab the void eyes and use them. I will once again move the crawlers here, and I will sell the wasps since it is useless. My opponent's getting levels on his fortress and grabbing even more fortresses, but so am I. You see, there's magnetic armor on the void eyes. And my opponent went for elite marksman on his fortresses. So I want to win a long range battle against him. Even if the electromagnetic on the void eyes can help. But he will get more range and more damage than my fortresses, since I don't have elite. He will also missile my crawler here, but 3 survive. And they will still work for a little longer until they are dead. You can see things are going better this time. Even if my void eyes electromag is not doing that much. Look at the HP. Almost nothing. But even if things went better, they didn't went that great, and I'd still lose the fight, leaving me with very little HP. So another defeat and I am dead. Here there is a fusion giant factory, but I already have a lot of giants. I won't buy that many more, so I didn't find it very useful. You need 3 giants just to pay off the card. With the 4th you would start making money. Not worth it. I will grab the nano repair and put on my highest level fortresses. So level 3 fortress with nano repair can be quite annoying to kill. And since I can't win the long range fight, I will grab launcher overload, so my fortress attack twice as fast. And with the void eyes helping removing the attacks on his fortresses, I should be able to get to his fortresses before they can kill mine. What I had left on money, I grabbed another void eye. And here we will go again. You see him using missiles against my crawlers. Missile on both sides and the mid. No, the middle is mine. I'm also missiling the sides here. Actually, I think those missiles are mine. Yeah, they are mine. I am the one doing the missiles because if I lose the game. So missiles to help clear the shaft faster. And to protect my sides against any flanks that could be very annoying. And with the faster shaft clear and faster shooting fortresses, that also helped me clear shaft faster. You can see that I hit his fortresses much faster than before. And you can see he's shooting at my fortress, but it's regenerating. And big victory for me. I needed it. So we are a little closer on HP now. Here, none of those units are really good for me. I could make a case for Farseer, since I need anti-air. But I would need tax on Farseer for it to work. And it's too fast. So it will get in front and die. So I went just for the Typhoon and sold it. And you see me worrying about what if he goes for an Abyss in here. I would be dead, because I can't kill the Abyss, and just 500 damage is enough to kill me. So you'll see me putting a melter right on the back of my board, just to protect me against a possible cheesy play with Abyss in here. Abyss or Overlords. He's going for Photon Emission to protect his fortresses against my Electromagnetic on the Void Eyes. And I'm grabbing Energy Shield on my Void Eyes, so they can tank even more. So I need 2 shots to kill each Void Eye with a fortress. So even if he won't get Electromagnetic on the start, he still needs to waste a lot of time killing my Void Eyes. You can see here my Melter. My protection against Abyss. Even if it's not needed, he didn't went for an air cheese. You can see me putting missiles again on both sides, since the missiles worked quite well. He also went for loose formation crawlers. I didn't even notice it. You can see I'm winning. Even my melter is doing something. Can't kill my healing fortress on the side. And big victory for me. Almost enough to win 16 HP on my opponent. And we go for another hound, and this time we have Lightning Storm. I also had Nuke, but Lightning Storm is better in this case for me. And it's a bit not cheaper, it's the same cost. But Nuke can't kill my high-level fortresses, and I can grab shields on them. So they are even more protected. Even my units below them are protected now. But thinking back here, what I should have done is Shockwave. I should have grabbed the Shockwave. Now it's finally the case where Shockwave would be good against loose formation crawlers. But I completely forgot about the Arclights. I was only thinking about my fortresses and Void Eyes and Chaff. But right now, Shockwave would be good. You can see my opponent also grabbed the Lightning Storm. We throw it here. And I didn't have much money left after grabbing a third tech, a very expensive third tech on my fortresses. And extend the range and high mobility, because I need the mobility to get to the opponent since he has more range than me. 185 against 155. This one is even higher, 190. 5 extra range per level for elite. But you can see my shields lasted. This one was destroyed by his fortresses, but this one lasted for quite some time. So get some good protection in here. My opponent went for barriers instead of shield on his fortresses. And he also grabbed the shield on his flanks, which are in a way kind of a counter to Shockwave. Because shielded fangs need 4 shots from a Shockwave Arclight to be killed. The ones outside of the main attack. But one the sides, one the middle, only lost the right side, the one of the storm. And you see the buff just in time and victory for me. So my play ended up working. But let's see. Let's play as myself again. Let's see how Shockwave would have worked. Let's go for the storm again. Let's grab Shockwave. I could sell the melter, but I didn't know that the melter. So let's go for just some shoots. And I couldn't have know which side he would go, so I will have to shoot this side too. Okay, it's good like this. Let's grab one more Arclight. Since I don't have one Arclight in here. Now I have 5. And just more Chaff. And let's put my missiles. Even if they're not that effective. He put shield on his flanks. But I don't have much else to do. Let's get a level on this Arclight. Yeah, didn't have time to move the crawlers. But that's okay. Let's see how the Shockwave will work. Not doing that great. Let's speed this. Looks like it went worse than last time and I will lose. So looks like Shockwave was not the answer. What I did was best. Yeah, I'm finding hard to justify going Shockwave. The other strategy that I went was better because Barrier. Barrier in this case is a lot of HP. Because even if the HP of the fortress is nerfed, you can see a level 2 fortress here, only 61,000 because of the nerf from extended range. The barrier is not nerfed, so it's 40k HP, extra HP for each level of the fortress. So it's 80k on this case, it's 120 on this one, 120 on this one too. So that's why the barrier on the fortresses was so much more effective than just the shields. But that's it for this game. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave your like, and I will see you on the next one.